Welcome to JSR Voice. Today I want to discuss with you format of income from salary. How to calculate income from salary of an assessee and what is the format of that. Let us go and discuss that. So this is a format of calculation of income from salary of one assessee. You have to draw columns, particulars, amount. On the top you should give heading, that is computation of income from salary of dash. So you have to write name of the assessee for the assessment year 2024 and 25. So this is a format. Okay. So this is a heading, computation of income from salary of. There you should write the name of the assessee, and after that for the assessment year 2024 and 25. So under that you have to draw columns, particulars, amount, and you should fill all the items in the order one by one, and this is a format of calculation of income from salary of one assessee. So here in particulars column there are four items you are going to record. Four headings are there. First one is salary. So under salary what you have to write? I have given all the items what actually are going to appear under salary. So basic pay, bonus, fees, commission, and next one employer's contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. And next one is interest on RPF in excess of 9.5% of salary. And next one is contribution made by employer to employee under new pension scheme. So these are the items that are going to appear under salary head. There are four heads here. So first one is salary, second one is allowances, third one is perquisites, fourth one is profits in lieu of salary. So these are the four heads that we have, and under salary we are going to record these items: basic pay, bonus, fees, commission, employer's contribution to RPF. RPF means recognized provident fund in excess of 12% of salary, and interest on RPF in excess of 9.5% of salary. Next one, contribution made by employer to employee under new pension scheme. If you see these items in the question, you should pick that from the question and you should write under the first head salary. If you observe fees in the question, you record under first head. Basic pay is there in the question, you record under salary, first head. Bonus, fees. Okay. If you observe any items, whatever I have given here under salary, and if you observe any items in any question, then you have to pick those and you should record under first head, that is salary. Hope this is clear. And amount should be recorded in the amount column. Okay. So next one is allowances. Allowances. Actually allowances that one assessee can get are mostly three types. Fully taxable allowances, first one, and next one partly taxable allowances, and next third one is fully tax-free allowances. Fully taxable allowances means those allowances if assessee receives, those are taxable completely. So only taxable allowances we record here under allowances. If any allowance is going to be taxed under income tax, so that we are going to record under allowances. Okay. So fully taxable allowances we record completely under allowances. Fully tax-free allowances, fully tax-free. Tax-free means we should not impose tax on those allowances if assessee gets that from the employer. Okay, so those are tax-free. So those we should not record here under the heads allowances, because if we record here, it will be taxed. So that is why fully taxable allowances we can record under allowances. Fully tax-free allowances we should not record here. So you should know list of fully taxable allowances and fully tax-free allowances. Then you can identify that from the question, and if it is fully taxable you can record under allowances. If it is fully tax-free you don't record under allowances. Okay, so I will provide the list of fully taxable, tax-free allowances and partly taxable allowances in other video. You can check it. So here, what are fully taxable allowances? For example, DA, dearness allowance, dearness pay, DP. And next, house rent allowance unexempted. Unexempted means which is taxable. Okay, so that is known as unexempted. And entertainment allowances and any other allowance like lunch allowance, marriage allowance. Okay, so these all are going to appear under allowances because those are fully taxable allowances. Okay, so tax free allowances we should not record here. And partly taxable allowances. Partly taxable allowances means some portion of the allowances is taxable, some portion is not taxable. So only the portion which is taxable that we record under allowances in case of partly taxable allowances. So you should have clarity of those three allowances, then only you can record here. So I will give list of all the three allowances. Okay, what are fully taxable allowances, what are fully tax free allowances, and what are partly taxable allowances. I'll give that list in the next video. You can watch that. So this is about allowances. Amounts you can record in the amount columns. And next, third one is perquisites. Perquisite means extra benefit that is provided by the employer to employee. So these are nothing but the luxury benefits. Okay, like if employer is giving benefit of house, rent free accommodation to the employee. Employer is providing house to employee. Employee need not to pay any rent to the employer. Okay, so free of rent. So that is known as rent free accommodation. That is one of the perquisites. Okay, if employer provides any rent free accommodation, we should record under perquisites. And there are some rules and calculation is there for rent free accommodation. So that also I will provide in another video. You can check that. I will discuss one problem and its rule, so that you can go through there and you can apply those rules whenever you do this income from salary. Okay, next, what are the other perquisites? If employer is providing motor car to employee, and that is also perquisite. If any provision of servants like watchman, cook, gardener, driver to the motor car. Okay, if employer is providing these kind of facilities to the employee, then also it is called perquisites. If any insurance premium paid by the employer. Insurance premium is related to employee, but who is paying that? Employer is paying. So that is also one of the perquisite. So we should record all under perquisites. Okay. And next one, fourth one is profits in lieu of salary. So in most of the cases, in most of the problems, you don't get any item under this. Okay, so if you don't have any item in any question, you just put dash dash. But what items are going to appear here? Mainly two items, but these may not be given in any question. If you see those in any questions, you have to record under profits in lieu of salary. First one is compensation received on termination. If assessee is receiving any compensation of termination of his services, then if it is available in any question, you record here under fourth head. Next one is transferred balance from URPF to RPF. URPF means unrecognized provident fund. If any balance is transferred from unrecognized provident fund to RPF means recognized provident fund, then we should record under profits in lieu of salary. Okay, so but in most of the cases you don't get any item in any question. Okay, so if you don't have any item in any question that is going to appear in profits in lieu of salary, then you put dash and dash in the solution. Next, if you add all the four heads amounts, all the amounts here, you will get one value that is known as gross income from salary. So you have recorded all four heads: salary, allowances, perquisites, profits in lieu of salary, and these all amounts you should add. You get one value that is known as gross income from salary. So this gross income from salary is not the answer. Okay, you should give some deductions here. After gross income from salary, the assessee is eligible for some deductions under section 16. So less deductions under section 16. And how many deductions are there? 3 deductions are there. First one is standard deduction under section 16 subsection 1a. This is the first deduction and there is rule for this. So what is the rule here? You can see how much standard deduction we can allow under section 16. That is, least of the following is allowed as deduction. Least of the following is allowed as deduction. So under that we have 2 items. Out of these 2, which is least, that will be taken as deduction, standard deduction under section 16 1a. So first one is gross income from salary. Okay, gross income from salary means if you add 4 heads you get one value, no, that is known as gross income from salary. I will show this one. Okay, so in the statement, if you add all 3 heads items values, then we get one value, that is known as gross income from salary. So this amount you should take there. Okay, and here first one is gross income from salary. Second one is 50,000 rupees. It is 50,000 for all deductions. Okay, for all the assessee, 50,000 amount is fixed. So out of these 2, which is actually less? Okay, so that will be taken out of these 2, gross income from salary or 50,000, which is least one out of these 2, that will be taken as standard deduction. Hope that is clear for everyone. Okay, so next, second deduction is entertainment allowance under section 16 subsection 2. Here actual entertainment allowance deduction, we have entertainment allowance in allowances. So if assessee is able to get, assessee is getting any entertainment allowance, you record full allowance here under allowances. Okay, suppose he is getting 10,000 entertainment allowance, you write entertainment allowance 10,000 here under allowances. But if he gets entertainment allowance, no, he is eligible for deduction also, but some rules are there, and that deduction we will show under deductions under section 16, second deduction, that one. Okay, so here entertainment allowance under section 16 subsection 2. Who will get deduction? How much they will get? Let us see the rule. Okay, so yeah, let us discuss entertainment allowance deduction under section 16 subsection 2. So here whenever we discuss this entertainment allowance deduction under section 16 subsection 2, we have to divide employees into 2 types. They are, first one is employees of statutory corporation, local authorities and non-government employees. We can call them as non-government employees. If employee is a non-government employee, no deduction is allowed. So he won't get any deduction in entertainment allowance. It is nil. So then that time what you will write here, entertainment allowance deduction under section 16 subsection 2 is nil. Here you should write nil. Okay, no deduction for non-government employees. They mention in the question whether he is government or non-government employee. So if he is non-government employee, then no deduction. Here it is nil. Okay. So next, if suppose he is a government employee, he is a government employee. Okay, if he is a central or state government employee, then whether we allow deduction or not? Yes, we allow deduction. Okay, so what is the deduction amount? The deduction is least of the following 3 amounts. So least of the 3 will be taken as a deduction. First one is 20% of salary. So salary, on that 20% we should calculate. Then what is salary here? What is the meaning of salary? I gave down. Salary means basic pay only. Okay, salary means basic pay. Here salary means only basic pay will be taken. So how much basic pay he gets? So that will be taken on that 20% we calculate. Okay, so 20% of salary. Salary means what? Here only basic pay. In calculation of deduction in entertainment allowance, salary means only basic pay. Okay, on that 20% you calculate here. And next, second one is actual amount of allowance received plus receivable. So actual allowance, how much he is receiving, that will be available in the question. Actual entertainment allowance, how much he is receiving, that we should take from the question and we should record here. And next, third one is rupees 5,000. It is fixed, 5,000 rupees. Okay, so we have to calculate all these three amounts, and then we should see which is the least one out of these three. Least one will be selected as a deduction. Okay, so whatever is the least amount, that will be selected as deduction. Hope this is clear, and that amount we will record here in deductions here. Okay, and salary definition is clear, I think. And here 5,000 rupees is a ceiling amount, that is not for 1 year. Always this is 5,000 only. Okay, that is not for 1 month and 1 year. 5,000 rupees, that's all. Okay, so salary means basic pay only. Remember this. And entertainment allowance problems also you will get for short sometimes in the examination. So these are the rules for entertainment allowance, deduction under section 16 subsection 2. Okay, next let us go to third one, professional tax. Professional tax deduction under section 16 subsection 3. If professional tax is paid, then we can record here. Okay, that itself is a rule for this. So all these three deductions values we should deduct it from gross income from salary. Then we get one value that is known as income from salary. That is a answer. Okay, so this is how we calculate income from salary of one assessee. So you should know all the rules and regulations, and what comes under salary head, what comes under allowances, and how many types of allowances are there, what are its rules, and perquisites, its rules. Okay, and profits in lieu of salary is the fourth head. And then if we add all this, we get gross income from salary. Then we should give some deductions. Okay, let's deductions under section 16. Total 3 deductions are there. Standard deduction under section 16 1A, and entertainment allowance under section 16 2, professional tax under section 16 subsection 3. If we deduct these 3 deductions, we get income from salary. This is how we prepare income from salary statement of every assessee. Okay, so hope this is clear. Keep watching the videos. If you understand the class, like the video, share it, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.